Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Sarah Janes from soapschool.com, and we help aspiring entrepreneurs to start their own soap and cosmetics businesses. If you are interested in possibly starting your own soap business, why not check our website out? You can find the website link underneath in the description. But today I wanted to make a really fun project. I'm not making a loaf, I'm going to make individual bars. And it's coming up to Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is always a time when I think of pinks and reds and really pretty gorgeous colours. I'm going to be using a beautiful bright pink colour and some white, just two simple colours. I'm going to make a fabulous soap together. So I'm just going to add my beautiful pink mica into my cup, and I need to wet that with a little bit of the oil. Just about 5 mils is enough, a teaspoon, just to wet it. You don't want to use loads and loads. And just look at that beautiful mix. Doesn't that look just scrumptious? Beautiful. And I'm not going to do anything else because I can actually use the same jug that we're mixing it in for my white. So I'm just going to use the one mixing cup. Now, you will notice that I've got a different jug here. You don't have to use these jugs, but it does make it a lot easier when you're doing tight swirl patterns. So I'm using a funnel jug today, and I've got a beautiful fragrance oil. We're using pink rhubarb and blackberry, but you can use whatever your favourite is for your soap making. Now, as always, make sure that you do wear your safety gear when you're making soaps. The recipe for this, as always, is in the description just underneath the video. So if you want to have a go at making this yourself, just go to that section, because I always get a ton of emails saying, where's the recipe? We always put the recipe right underneath, so you can always grab that. There we go. Of course, if you already make soap, then you can use whatever soap recipe that you really love. So I'm doing this for Valentine's Day. Are you doing anything nice for Valentine's Day? Is it something that you celebrate? Some people really love Valentine's Day and everything that goes with it. I've never really done anything super special on Valentine's Day. It's a bit sad, isn't it? But I will tell you in a little while about a Valentine's Day that I will never forget. Give this a good old mixing. I don't want this too thick. I just want it light. Not quite there yet. There we go. And then add in my fragrance oil. It's such a gorgeous fragrance is this one. It's a very popular fragrance and it just works with so many things. It blends with other fragrances too. This is from Happy Olive, but I'm sure you could get a similar fragrance from other companies too. So now our soap's traced. I'm going to split this. I actually want more pink than the white. And that's not going to be enough. I need a little bit more than that. I want it to be quite a dominant colour. And then I'm going to add my white titanium dioxide into the other one. Give it a really good mixing. So let me tell you about the Valentine's Day that I really remember. It's not something that I've ever been able to celebrate. I've never been with a partner that really did Valentine's Day. It's a bit sad really, isn't it? But when I was a teenager, I had a boyfriend called Mike, and he worked at a florist's. And one day I was waiting at his parents' house and I was so peeved with him because I'd been waiting for hours and hours and hours for him to come home from his shift. And I kind of knew that he'd be super busy with it being Valentine's Day, but I just wanted to see him. He was like so late, and by the time he did finally come home, I had to go back home myself. But you know, the next morning I got up and I had breakfast and I went back up to my bedroom, and right there on my bed, on my pillow, was a huge bouquet of roses. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. And you know, while I'd been there really fed up with him for being late, he'd driven 14 miles from his work to my house to make sure that those flowers were going to be able to be popped into my bedroom for me for Valentine's Day. So sometimes beautiful things are happening and we don't even know about it. So that's a Valentine's Day that I'll always remember. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this into my jug and I'm just going to alternate the pours and just create a little bit of a pattern between my two colours. You really don't need to be precious about this. You can do it however you like. I'm just alternating this. Nothing fancy, but do make sure that you get all that soap out. That is where the magic happens. No point wasting all that deliciousness. And the same with our cup. Every little bit can be used up. These cups, it might look wasteful, but these are totally compostable, 100% compostable materials. So I really don't worry about using them at all. Okay, and now we are going to pour. And because the funnel is thinner, it just helps pull things tighter when we do a swirl. Okay, let's make a start. So I'm just going to pour nice and gently in one spot, and I'm just going to let the soap do its own thing. There we go. On to the next one. Just let that swirl happen. Ooh, bit too much in that one. Don't these look lovely? Oh, the smell is absolutely gorgeous. I love rhubarb. We're very lucky. We live very, very close to something called the Rhubarb Triangle, and it's supposed to be where the best rhubarb in the world is grown. Apparently the soil and the conditions there are supposed to be just perfect, and we really do get some of the best rhubarb that you can imagine. Do you like rhubarb? It's one of those things I think that you either absolutely love or you don't like it at all, but it's one of my favourites in the summer. Okay, I have a little bit left. I'm going to pop that into a single mould. In fact, Sean will sort that out for us. Give this a good old tap, and now we're just going to finish this off with a liberal spraying. Really missed the top of that. These aren't going to go into a gel because there's not enough soap mass in those molds, but I think these are going to come out looking absolutely gorgeous, and this is going to be a perfect product for Valentine's Day. I'm going to leave these for 24 hours and then I'm going to come back and pop these out of the mold and show you how they've turned out. If you have enjoyed hanging out with me so far today, why not think about clicking on that subscribe button, and that way you can join in every single week as I bring you a new project or something connected with your soap business. Well, they are ready. I can't wait to turn these out. Now, these have only been 24 hours, so they are going to be soft. And normally when I do individual bars like this, I normally pop them in the freezer for a little while just to firm them up, so I know that they're going to be a little bit soft because I haven't done that with these ones. So a little tip for you, when you are getting them out of this type of the mould, what most people do is they just pull the mould away, but when the soap is really, really soft, it actually often tears little bits off of the sides. So, little tip for you, rather than pulling, try actually pushing the mould. And if you just push it gently, can you see how that just popped on that side? And then just push it the other way as well. So when you push it, it actually releases around the sides of the bar, And then you can pop your fingers underneath and you can just pop the whole bar out. And you won't get the same tearing around the sides of your bars. And there is our first one. I love the pink colour. So just give it a bit of a push rather than a pull. Flip up. Look at the patterning on that one around the side especially. This one I over poured, I put too much in, so it's not going to be level. But let's look at the pretty swirl that we've got in it. Oh my goodness, look at the colouring on that one. That is absolutely gorgeous. Really nice patterning. But I would have to level the base of that one because it's way too high compared to the others. But I really do love the patterning and the swirl on that one. Little bit of a push again, and then push that one out. I think that one's my favourite so far. Let's pop that one there. You know, it's funny. It doesn't matter how many soaps you make, when it comes to cutting and revealing them, it's always like Christmas Day. It's one of my favourite things. That one's very beautifully marbled. But I think the colour works really nicely just with the pink and the white. That's got a gorgeous swirl all of the way through it. Remember, I only used the two colours, and I really wanted this to be about Valentine's Day, and I didn't necessarily want to use red. I thought this bold pink mica would just be great. This particular one is Pink Pop, and I think we got this from Happy Olive, which is my daughter's company. But there's plenty of other companies depending on where you are, but the patterning on that is just stunning. So there are my Pink Valentine Swirl soaps. Nice project, lovely colours, and I really like the style of these. But you could do exactly the same swirl and style, but in a heart-shaped mould, and it would give you more of a theme around Valentine's Day if you wanted to. But let me know if you like these swirls and the colours that we've chosen. And if you do end up making these soaps yourself, do let me know. I always love seeing them. You can come into the Facebook group at Soap School UK and share those with us as well. And I hope that you've enjoyed today's project. If you did like it, why not think about clicking the subscribe button? And I look forward to sharing more projects with you really soon. Bye bye for now.